Righty, good day, my good peoples. What it do? What it do? Welcome back into the space, into this place. Thank you so much for making the time to avail yourself today and be here. Let's do the most. One more time. One more time. Um, Today I've prepared a pick a card reading. I've got three groups prepared here, each different oracle decks, and each of them has a crystal associated to it. So yeah, I honestly don't know what's about to come through. I'm just gonna tell you what the groups are, what the crystals are, and then you'll be able to choose whichever group that you want. I think some people might choose more than one group, and yeah, just go to where you're feeling led. Otherwise, yeah, man, let's tippy tap in, let's tune in. Thank you to the angels, the guides, the ancestors, God, most importantly. Yo, man, making this all possible, making this all possible. So yeah, let's go in. I'll try to put the timestamps in the description or in the comments, whatever the case may be. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. Anyway, so group one, this is a oracle deck called Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose. So yeah, the most direct path to spiritual peace and personal fulfillment. So yeah, I think that's going to be quite interesting. If you resonate with this, then yeah, that's group number one. And group number one also goes with the pyrite and quartz together. I think this is really cool, two in one. Quartz is a powerful and versatile crystal, actually. You even find quartz in watches. I'm just thinking about that. But yeah, it's for growth, healing, manifestation as well. Pyrite is for like abundance, confidence, protection. So yeah, that's group one. Okay, so for group two, this is the Mindful Living Inspiration cards. Deepen your relationship with yourself. So now with this one, we have the Shiva Lingam or Shiva Linga. Some like to call it that. And this is just a stone that is representative of spiritual growth, enlightenment, connection with, the divine, your higher forces or guides. So yeah, that's group two. And then for group three, we've got our tiger's eye crystal. Oh, sorry. Let me tell you about the cards first. This is the money and the law of attraction cards. Honestly, I hope you guys can see this. Still getting kind of used to like putting everything on camera, but hey, man, it's a journey and we're moving together. So yeah, money and the law of attraction cards. Yeah. And yes, like I was saying, this one goes with the tiger's eye. So this one's for clarity, confidence, protection. So yeah, let's see, man. Let's tippy tap in. If you're not sure which group to choose, maybe think about, numbers 1, 2, or 3. You could also think of it as maybe like months in the year. I don't know, like first set of months, second set of months, third set of months. Even as I'm saying that now, it kind of feels like there's a progression happening in these cards. So if you do feel inclined to read more than one or like tap into more than one, please, you're more than welcome. Just go to where you're feeling led. So yeah, I'll just move these two to the side and then yeah, let's just start already with group number one. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'll also put the pyrite over there. And group number one, let's go in. Let's go in. Spirit, oh, okay. You want to pop out. Raise your vibration. I'm feeling like you got to take two here. Okay, what we got, Spirit? What we got? Another one. Oh, 3. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. And underneath the deck, we have work with devotion. Interesting. Okay. Wow, did you guys see that? I hope that appeared on camera because this card just moved by itself. Okay, clearly you want to be seen. What's underneath here? Reevaluate your priorities. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, in fact, maybe let's leave you up here. Just put you over there. Okay. Interesting. So raise your vibration, be open to love and retreat. I'm just gonna add some tarot to further tap in and tune in to what these messages got for us. Okay, this deck's not behaving right now, but it's okay. Let's just shuffle. So for raise your vibration, okay, got one. Maybe let's go two each. Okay, I'm taking this one. Okay, for be open to love, Spirit, what you got for us? Okay, this one. Okay, I feel like just breaking the deck. Okay, I just saw this card, so clearly maybe that's the one. All right, and then for retreat, Spirit, what you got? Oh, wow, popping out, popping out. Hey, and one more, Spirit, one more, Spirit. Okay, stop right here. Actually, you're telling me that you got the third. Okay, all right, let's see what we got. And the strength at the bottom here. Okay, raising your vibration. So yeah, just looking at this one, you know, it's something about like the aura here with, you know, these little streams here or steam or something's rising. Again, this is being the vibration. It definitely feels like there's a magnetic field around you, you know, which is kind of like your aura. But I'm getting the sense that like not only are you feeling it, but other people are gonna feel it as well. I think you've learned some things, you've tried some things. I'm just looking at this hand here with the pinky finger, you know, and the thumb that's also hurt there. So it's like, can you overcome those past pains and still raise your vibration? You know, it's like wounded warrior. I'm also feeling like 9 of Wands kind of energy coming through right now. That despite all the things that you've been through, you can still elevate, you can still rise beyond that. I'm looking at this ball, you know, it's also about like protecting your aura. So whatever it is that you're doing, it's like taking those lessons and moving further or past that. So I think that's going to be quite interesting to see. So yeah, with raise your vibration, and we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Page of Wands. Okay, let's feel this real quick. You know, when I think of the Ace of Cups, I think of like an outpouring. It's like abundance and overflow. And perhaps that's why I was actually led to seeing the hands in the state that they're in. It's like, here's this hand holding the cup, and this hand is open to raise the vibration. So it's like, don't fear raising your vibration, because you are actually preparing your hands to receive whatever is coming in your way. And you know, with the Page of Wands, it's like, can you explore how to raise your vibration? I think this is calling for some kind of practice, spiritual practice, you know, like what is your soul calling you to do, and actually become that version of yourself that is more curious, explorative. Yeah, there's just something about you learning about how to actually raise your vibration. I think that's very important. You know, right now as I'm thinking about it, it's coming through as like a past, present, and future with, you know, the 3 cards. I think that's what we'll do for all the others as well, where, you know, in the past you were hurt, you were trying to pursue something, and it's like, you know that the overflow is coming, but it might have felt like it was blocked, or that you weren't ready to receive it. But there's something that you needed to explore, there's something that you needed to do. I'm also getting the sense that like you might be a kind of a person who was giving so much to other people, and now it's time to give to yourself. So you've learned that, you know, with your hands, with your action, you did so much for people that it actually kind of didn't work out for you. So now it's like, okay, now you're releasing that, but also now attracting this new thing. You know, with open hands, here the hands are holding, here the hand is holding again. It's like there's a passage of time where you are now taking the control back. So whatever it is that you're doing, I think it definitely is raising your vibration. And maybe that's what the lesson was from the past, is that this pain is now it's over. It's like it's closed. There's the circle. The cycle has completed itself from whatever this past thing is. As I'm seeing the circle here, I'm also looking at the circle on the cup, and it's like your view of how your blessing or your abundance was going to come in is in a different way than what you're expecting. So yeah, definitely time to even see it from a different perspective. Whenever I also get cards in reverse, it doesn't mean that it's like a negative thing. It means that the energy is there, but just appearing or showing up in a different way. So just something to consider there. Work with devotion. Work with devotion. This card's calling at me right now. I think as the background of all of this, it's a matter of saying, what is it that's actually inspiring you to work? What's going to elevate your consciousness? Ooh, look at even like the wings on this woman over here. It's like you raising your vibration. It's like spirit's actually going to raise you up as well. And it's a concoction. Something's being prepared, something's being cooked up there. The steam is rising. Oh goodness gracious, there we go. The steam is rising, the vibration is rising. So it's like you had to be put into the lab or the kitchen. With the black and white, I'm also seeing something coming into balance there. Two wings, black and white, the dichotomies, the polarities of life needed to be understood. I think you definitely learned something about how you work and how you do things, and your soul is trying to bring that lesson forward, like, yo, if you can pay more attention to how you work or how best you work. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is maybe even relating to your business, your career, but yeah, just something where you're putting time, energy, and effort into. I'm also getting the Pentacles energy, which is what we're about to see now in the next two cards. But yeah, just being more diligent about your work. Yeah, I'm also being called to now look at the back of this deck here with the Oracle card. It's like, what is it that you're going to water? I'm thinking about the polarities again. There's water, there's fire there. And it's like your spirit, your nature was being watered so that you can blossom, you can come out with this bang, with this fire. And it's like it started from within. It started to like twirl up or like heat up, and then just like blows up in a sense. So it looks like whatever started here in these hands is not, maybe it's like what's that saying, where there's smoke there's fire. So I think you needed to water your seed, it needed to like unravel, and then as it blossoms, you're thinking it's going to be a tree, but it's actually like high vibrational experiences, places, spaces, people as well. So just watering. With the blue and the red, if you want to associate this to a chakra, the root over there with the red. So being grounded, I think you needed to find some kind of stability, security. And over here with the throat chakra, with the blue, taking responsibility. Here's the hand, you take responsibility, and the hands are definitely coming through there. So have you opened your hands to receive and also to do, working with your devotion? Okay, second one, we're saying this is our present card. So being open to love. I'm thinking about the color green right now, with the heart chakra, and being open to love. It's like coming out of that cage, coming out of that era or period where you were once hurt, and now you have to show up. You're showing out. You coming out as a different version of yourself. But then being open to love is not only giving love, but receiving love. So I think for what you need to be aware of right now is that love is actually what's going to take you further and open you up to more experiences. Ooh, okay. From Page of Wands to the Queen of Wands, I'm seeing a growth. So that's kind of speaking to what I was mentioning earlier, that if this was past and this is present, it's like now you've grown, you've seen just how you want to express yourself, how you want to put things in order, how you've become so much more attractive even to yourself or to other people. It's like this aura that you have now, it's like it's calling so many things in, so much growth, so much expansion. And again, you have now got things in divine order. So, even with the order, I'm seeing like, the lines on this dress that she's wearing, the longer hair, flowing, luscious. It's like there's this luxury, this crown, there's this, I don't know, ascended level of your being that you're going to attain by being open to love. I think you're starting to love yourself more as well, which I think is very powerful. Again, even as you are in this new era, in this new phase, it's like not forgetting the lessons, not forgetting how you got to this point, with these experiences that you've had here in the past. I think it's not forsaking that lesson, and also understanding that things do take time. Pentacles speak of all things earthly. So how are you directing your energy, your time, your ability to wait, something is coming through here, hold up. I'm seeing this star with the pentagram star here, and it's like it kind of feels like don't be caught up in a bind, because it's like you don't know where this star has started. And it's like on your way to your stardom, on your way to grounding this new energy here, maintain this view of yourself. Like, don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. It's like these lessons were meant to be embodied in this new version of you. So I see that, even if we look at this as like the center of the sunflower, that's where the fire is going to rage from. It's starting from within. Where did we see that? Oh, over here. Let me just bring that card in again. I mean, it's like that's where the circle was. That's the seed, that's the seed over there. And it's like blossoming and it's like coming out over here. So it's like you are going to definitely blossom. This is your era to bloom, to be seen. So don't fear that. Don't fear that. I don't know. Something's coming through about, of course, a very female energy right now. I mean, all these cards are giving that. So stepping into your divine feminine, and the divine feminine is receiving. So I think it's time to open yourself up to this love, loving yourself in a different way. So, we can only give something that we have. So if you have love, you can actually give love. So I think it's a time just to love yourself, love your creation, love your passion, love the things that you perhaps put aside for some time. And maybe that was the lesson, is that you can't put yourself aside. So yeah, interesting. I'm even being called back now to the pyrite. It's like this is going to enhance all of these different things. It's gonna just boost it all, elevate it all. Okay, in our future we have the retreat. Ooh, don't we love synchronicities? How there's like 2 animals here, 2 people here, and I'm also seeing we've got the 10 of Cups here. And then, of course, coming out first, we had the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Tower card. It looks like this is like the Wheel of Fortune as well. I'm seeing like the up and the down, as above, so below. I'm also seeing like the ball there kind of looks like dynamite. Could also be like a light in a sense. But it looks like, oh, snap. Okay, hold up. Spirit's coming through with something. Okay, let me put these down and just explain it. Then I'll get to the tarot cards. But it's like, you need to definitely rest, right? And there's going to be a time to act and a time to chill. And that's like the cycle that you're going to go through. I think as you move forward, you'll find a balance between being in your masculine and being in your feminine, knowing when to move and when to chill. If this is about a partnership, it's also coming through like you might just meet someone who balances you out or helps you better understand how to relax and be calm and be in your receiving energy. Because we always think like, no days off, is such a thing that people pride themselves on, but you need to rest, you need to chill sometimes, you know. You're actually going to ground the energy so that you can come back up again. So next thing was why I was looking at this as like dynamite. It's almost like something's being lit, and as soon as it gets to the end, it's gonna blow up. It's like certain realizations are gonna come after you do, and also after you chill and you not do. So it's like there's something to appreciate in the doing and the not doing. And it's like, because there's like both of these symbols in between them, it's like having a chance to exhale, you know, to allow the energy to do what it needs to do, to permeate, to radiate, you know. But I think it will come through better as I explain these cards here. So we've got 3. You know, the number 4, stability. I'm always thinking about stability, security. I'm also thinking about how I was just on that red here with the root chakra there, and again with the red over here. It's like, whoa, man. Told God I need a sign and he made a rainbow. That might be important for someone. And oh wow, look at that. We've got the overflow again, that Ace of Cups being shared. So what once seemed like it was blocked is now opening up. So looks like that's definitely a positive. But yeah, what I was thinking here is, you know, I'm thinking like something is being revealed to you. You know, when I think of this in the upright, it's like keeping things to yourself or keeping something secret. And now it's like you are unleashing, you are letting this thing go, but then not forgetting or forsaking that you need to chill at times, you know. You need to, sorry, it was this way. You need to be aware of the parts of yourself that need to be shared and the parts of yourself that need to be held back. Again, doing and the not doing. So it's like practicing a level of discernment, you know, that's coming through over here. And as I'm thinking about it with relation to your energy or whatever it is that you had learned here, it's like more lessons are gonna come through on the journey. And it's like, if this was your lesson that is being held by you, if I'm thinking of the 3 of Pentacles, that spirit coming through to support you, you know, they are aiding you on this journey. There's a collaborative nature that's coming through with this that perhaps was not available before, that is being availed to you. And that's why this happy ending or this fulfillment is going to come through. This is a positive outcome to this situation. So your spiritual growth is going to yield a divine union, you know, with you and another, the masculine, the feminine, or you and your spirit team, or this could even be within yourself. You might just be balancing your ego and your spirit. Yeah, right now I'm just reminded of my tummy because wow, it feels like there's something about your creation here that is going to bring this balance, this harmony. And look at that, all these cups are being elevated. So while this one cup comes forward, there'll be so many other places that you can pour into now. And as we know, the rainbow comes after the storm. It comes after a period of, you know, trials and tribulations. And it does mean that you're exempt from that, because I mean, here we got the Tower right at the end. It's like, yo man, there's still more lessons, there's still more to do. And it's like, you know, in different parts or phases of our life, we think that we might be exempt from certain things, but you know, new levels, new devils, man. Thinking of the tower, you know, there's like many levels to a tower, also like a high building. So even as you elevate, there will be things that fall off. There'll be times when spirit comes in with like messages, you know. And I think this is a sign to not fear the retreat, because as you, like, we see this person like, you know, kind of caving in a sense, coming back to yourself, I think is going to be very important. And it, you know, it's kind of coming through as like something cyclical. Even as I'm seeing this rainbow, it's like you release something, it comes out, you see the result of that, and then, you know, you come back and you retract and you come back to yourself and let the energy, you know, go apart. And that's exactly what I was saying as to why I felt this retreat card kind of speaking to that. So stay grounded. You'll definitely be living in your blessing, because I mean, look at their feet in the water. So it's like this thing is here now, you living in it, but now it's about balancing it and working with this energy. So definitely quite interesting there. Okay, I feel this. Draw out one more card. Oh, okay, Spirit's telling me that we actually have the card already right here. We don't need to. At the back of the deck, it's speaking to your strength. Okay, let me take a sip of my tea. Give me a second. Do you have the strength to keep moving forward, man? Like, you know, not forgetting that you didn't come this far just to come this far. You know, I'm even seeing the first day, like, power to the people. You know, don't forget your power, because you didn't lose this thing. Oh, I'm actually being reminded of that as I'm pointing back to the hands here, how the hands were closed and open, and now this closed hand is the hand that has the power in it, you know, the one that took the ability back and started using it. You might be resonating with this lion spirit. It's time to roar. It's time to be seen. I'm also seeing that over here with this yellow lion over there on that side there. Something about a cat energy, like panthers, lions, you know, all of that. Leopards as well, that might resonate with someone. But yeah, with your strength, it's also about, you know, when I think of it in the traditional tarot deck, it's like, can you tame this thing? I mean, who has the power to tame a lion? But now it's like the lion within is rising. If this is you, this part of you that was once dormant is rising up, and that is your strength. It's like not fearing stepping into your bag, man. Like, you just gotta be you, gang. Like, don't fear roaring, you know. I'm thinking of Ra as well, like the light, you know, the Egyptian god. So your light is needing to be spread, needing to be seen. Perhaps that's what you were not seeing. Like, that was the lesson this whole time, is to remind you of that roar, that fire, you know, that's within you, that needs to come out and is going to rise, you know, ultimately. What else is behind this? Eight of Cups. Oh man, you leaving something behind. You are definitely leaving something behind. And with all of these spilled cups, it looks like all those times that you were not fulfilled, all those times that there was emotional instability. And look at that. It's like a higher path. You have a higher calling, you know. Sometimes that path isn't so easy, but you got to take the steps, and it's one step at a time. So definitely pace yourself as this rising is happening. You know, I'm definitely seeing that here as well as over there. And then again, over here, things will rise, things will fall. So don't be afraid to shed some things. You know, I'm also thinking about a snake right now. And when a snake sheds, it actually sheds so that oh, English. Okay, Mercury is probably messing with my speech right now. Again, throat. But yeah, as you rise, as you ascend, oh, I'm seeing all these clouds, you know, like the smoke is being cleared. Where else did I see that? Ooh, over here, over here. You know, again, there's like something being let go. If we think of this as like gravity and somebody was holding this, it's like it's being dropped. So again, there will be things that are released, or you know, you're letting go of that past version of yourself because now you've elevated. So yeah, let's see where that comes through. But yeah, that's your message for group number one. Group number one, thank you. Let's move on to the next group. Okay. Alrighty, group two, here we go. I've just like moved those cards to the side, just paused and resumed this video. Hey, the Shivalingam is just moving, man. But yeah, let's go. So this is the Mindful Living Inspiration cards. This is actually like the last Oracle deck that I got recently. So yeah, let's see what this is about. Okay, let's go. One this time. Okay, we're gonna take it. But also check at the back. I always like looking at the back of the deck. It's like the shadow, you know, what's hidden or what's not seen. I always like to think of it that way. But let's see what this one says. Okay, subtle body, energy protection affirmation. My body is surrounded by a golden bubble of light, the color of honey, shimmering and luminous. This bubble offers me protection so that only energies that serve my highest purpose can get in. Ooh, okay. You know what? I kind of feel like some person from group 1 is here right now. You're coming out of that bubble. So how do you protect your energy? You know, energy protection there. And if this is something that you need to live by, I think this is like speaking to mindfulness again. Oh, snap. That all fell down. Something is falling down. Something's being released. I mean, this is mindful living, right? So it's like, what is on your mind that you can kind of remind yourself about how your energy actually works? Because, you know, when you attain a particular vibration, you need to kind of maintain it. After attaining, you maintain. Sometimes it's not about having something, it's about keeping it. You know, you can like win the lottery today, but do you have the financial literacy to be able to invest, to save, to, you know, have a clear division of how you're going to allocate those funds to yield more? Again, it's protecting it, because it's not just for now. You don't want to like waste it all. It needs to like go further. And again, this golden bubble, it's like you shimmering, you're glowing. You know, I think it's not just for you, about how you see yourself as well, but even as it becomes visible to other people, you're definitely going to need to protect yourself. And I think something that's popping through right now is even highest purpose. You know, our purpose is not just about us and, oh, my ear's going off, yo. It's about what we do with it. It's about what we serve, you know, how we share with other people. You know, your purpose or your gift isn't just for you, it's for others as well. Yo, quite interesting there. I think there's definitely quite a lot there. But we're going to tap in. We're going to tap in. At the back of the deck, this one says Spirit and Soul, Warrior Goddess Archetype Affirmation. So definitely a lot of messages that Spirit's coming through with, you know, messages to live by. Okay, this one says, I'm able to hold strong to my own intuition in the face of many confusing and varied choices around me. I know who I am and what I believe in and stand for. Ooh, you know, just as I was reading this, I was thinking about like the Seven of Cups, and you know, like how it just shows someone with all these different choices, pathways, options, and it's like remaining in your energy, remaining in this golden bubble, the bubble of spirit. You know, you're in your spiritual bag. That will actually help you discern, you know, disseminate, like sift through things, because, you know, there'll be many voices. Is it your voice? Is it the voice of spirit, God, your angels? Is it your ego maybe? You know, can you tame this thing? If you are from group 1, then I think definitely go and check it out. I think there's something about that group coming through here. As I'm thinking about the bubbles, you know, I'm seeing like 4 bubbles there, something about stability, grounding this energy, keeping your energy like, you know, present and embodied, but then also how it's this 1 over here. So 4, 1, 41, or even 14 if we look at it the other way. But yeah, that's your strength, gang. Like team, your soul team, your soul tribe is you're coming through very much here. And a knowledge of self. Woo. Yeah, no, this energy is crazy. This energy is crazy. But yeah, let's go in. Let's tap in. Okay, clearly you want to come through over here. Let's take this one first. Okay, the Fool. Hey man, it feels like there's a lot of energy coming through with this. Okay, showing me that one. Okay, let's see how we're going through this. Okay. Oh wow, you're saying all 3. Okay, let's put them down here. Okay, again, let's go 3, past, present, future. This is so crazy, man. This is so crazy. Actually, let me move this up. I think it should be in better view if I put it like this. And let's actually put this one over here. Okay, I think that's all good. All right, let's see what we got. So top row, Fool in reverse, 6 of coins, 10 of coins. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's like, okay, let me just start here with the Fool card. This is like number 0, the circles. It's like here you have completed a cycle of sorts, and I think you recognize that there were some things to learn in that cycle. You are no longer trying to be foolish, I would say. So there's some lessons that you need to apply. Something about shedding light on the parts of yourself that you need to let go of, or that are not in your new path, or that are not of your highest version. It's almost like, even as I'm thinking about a circle, a 0, it's like closing things off to those voices, or that journey that you were once taking that is not so great for you. Yeah, but we'll go in a bit more as we go into the second row here. Let me just pull up all these cards actually. So with the 6 of coins, it's speaking to your resources and how you manage your resources. If I'm looking at it here, of course, I'm seeing the balance, things coming into balance. Again, pentacles, money, time, career, home life as well. I think you're being called to evaluate just how much you give and receive, and being able to protect yourself in this bubble, because from 0 or 1 circle or 2 circles, if you're looking at it as that, to 6 circles, and then to 10 circles. So there's something about even as well, even also like even numbers from 2 to 6 to 10. I mean, all of these are divisible by 2, and yeah, that's coming through with the balance. I don't think it's a mistake that like both of these oracle cards are on either side. It's like there's some structure here. But it's like, oh flip, here we are. In fact, maybe there's a reason to that. It's like you looking at what comes into balance avoids this foolishness to bring you into, your great abundance. Yeah, maybe that's what was trying to come through there. But I'm looking at it, it's like you're no longer going down a path that is not serving you, and you are protecting your energy by evaluating how you spend your energy. What do I give? What do I give less of? And you finding that balance ultimately leads to this great abundance. This is like generational wealth. This is so much access that you can even share with others. I mean, look at this. There's like different generations in there. There's animals in there. This seems like a happily ever after. Again, I'm just reminded that someone from group 1 is here. But yeah, that's crazy. The past, that path that you were in is no longer there, and now you are balancing your energy. You are being more discerning. I think you are also, looking at the things that you indulge in. It looks like, they like eating, taking from the top, and then also whatever they're leaking into the bottom. It's like you might even be looking at your diet and like understanding that the things that you eat is actually information for your body, for your spirit, and what you intake. It might not even be your diet, but it could even be your influences. You might be changing the things that you're watching, that you're listening to. Ultimately, the even the habits, your hobbies. It's like you just doing something different, and now the result of that is something else. There's like now an overflow, and you even now spending more time in reflection or contemplation to see, is this actually doing something good for you? But it looks like with you spending this time introspectively, you are actually going to yield greater outcomes or more abundance within this area or space that you've put under the microscope. Whoa, very interesting. I like that for you. I like that for me too, man. That sounds dope. Again, oh my word, I'm getting more. Okay, yeah, this is crazy. I'm seeing the wheel, the circles again. There's just something about circles, cycles. You might also have a bicycle, anything that has cycle, tricycle. I think you might be seeing things in threes. I mean, three at the top, three at the bottom, again, as above, so below. You're definitely bringing things into balance. And wow, the tower again, Wheel of Fortune again. Oh my word. Okay, this is crazy. Oh, three. I mean, look at that. Three of Cups. Wow. Okay, you know what? Let's tap into this energy. Let me take a sip of my tea once again. Okay, so I think let me explain this together. So just to put it into context, right? I always look at it like this bottom row is expanding on the top row. So let me go into like one card at a time and then read them all together. But yeah, this path that you were on, or what seemed to be blocked, or this foolish behavior, or perhaps not even like seeing yourself, or self-sabotaging in a sense, I think you are no longer in this group or in this place where it's almost like you're being gaslit. I also get the sense that you're quite an emotional person, and even when you express yourself, you're thinking you're going to do something good, but the places, spaces, the groups that you were in didn't necessarily see you or recognize you, or even celebrate your wins or who you were becoming ultimately. And if you were looking for a tribe, a union, a group, it wasn't in your past. You were actually being shown that there are different types of people that resonate with your energy or this path that you're on. And I think that's aiding or helping your discernment as you move forward, because why would you want to be around people who don't see you or who can't even fully celebrate with you, not just with you, but you. I think it's very important that we are around people who bring out the best in us. But over here, we can't also celebrate nonsense, man. We can't celebrate things that were not bringing the best in us. I'm also reminded about this golden energy here, this bubble. I mean, these people popped your bubble. It's like you might have tried to do something, you were growing, you were expanding, and it's like, nah, that ain't you. That's not for us. So you're being put into places and spaces where now, as you'll see, things need to be let go of so that you can experience this abundance, this greatness. Interesting. Again, I don't know, there's something about a sword here. Truth, a lie, perhaps some discernment, or just something in the mind. Oh, I mean, yes, this is the deck about being in the mind. Then again, so I think, what's coming through now is like the Queen of Swords. The truth coming at a cost, man. Like, you need to let go of some people, honestly. That's really what's coming through over here, because they were not meant for your path. But I think it'll come together. Let's go. Let's work with spirit. Let's see what this energy is about. Okay, definitely gonna check the back of the deck as well. But again, if this one is an evaluation of your resources, how you're spending your time and your energy, it's like you are so much more discerning that you don't want to do anything that's not going to be in your favor. If it's not going to bring you some abundance, if it's not going to be in your fortune, then it's like, nope, I'm not doing that. I love how this card came out with this one, because it's like the balance, with the scales there, the Libra scales. You might even be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, what is it, Gemini, that might be you. But when I look at these 4 clouds, I'm also thinking the 4 elements as well. So it's like, oh, that's where the sword thing is coming from, the air element. So it's like you might have started in the air element, things moving very quickly, but now you started to like slow down a little bit so that you can actually like ground this energy, but also look at other aspects. So if air was just one side, that's where the 3 is now, the other 3 coming into balance, because it's like you mastered one aspect of yourself and then the other 3 are now starting to come together as a group perhaps, or there was something that was blocking those other 3 elements from coming through. Wow. But yeah, I think there's integration as well that I'm seeing here, because like I was saying, if you're taking something in and you bringing it out, it's like, how do you balance that? Because now there's like red and white together there, and whatever was not in your favor is ultimately being removed. I think that's the present. There's like heavy observation energy right now, but again, you are the one who's like looking at all angles, all sides. And if this is going to stop the movement, stop the rotation of this wheel, the cycles ending and not even being perpetuated, you don't want to repeat past mistakes. So that's why you had to, stop those behaviors, stop those actions that were not like serving you. So that evaluation, that introspection, reflection, I think that's very important for you. Oh, here's the snake coming through again. It's like, transform, my G. Do the most. Leave that past version of yourself behind. There's something very beneficial that's coming through here. I'm even led to even wanting to look at the back of the deck. Let's actually see what we got over there. Strength again. Oh my word. Like, you know what? If you didn't look at group 1, please just go check it out, because strength again, tower again. Like, there's some thread that's kind of like coming together right now. Even as I'm seeing this thread, I'm looking at like the infinity sign. It's like, the thread is like being woven or something like that. And again, it's like how interesting it was that these are different decks, but then the cards are coming through again. It's like, how do you not be in fear of your manifestation, not be in your own way of creating? Or wow, man, this reflection, this introspection is going to show you that you had no reason to fear. You had no reason to not show your strength or your power, your ability, your capability. It's like something was dumbed down, and now it's like in the background, it's like, nah, we're not having that anymore. There's so much sacral energy here, and I get that's why, even this golden bubble, your creativity, your sensuality, there's something very potent about you right now. It's like, if you've seen that movie Saw, the jigsaw, that puppet on its cheeks, how it has that circle there. I'm also thinking of like one of the Reiki symbols, how it kind of looks like that, but it also looks like a drain. Anything that was draining you or taking your strength away, it's like it's being highlighted. And I think that's why you're trying to go into your balance here. Again, if this is in the shadow, it's like whatever was dumbing that down is actually being removed. 2 of Swords. Yeah, you know what? This is like a crossroads, and trusting that you will be led in the decision that you're making, but don't forsake your intuition. Wait, do we have any other sword here? No, we don't. So here it is. Here it is. From 1 sword to 2 swords. Again, it's in the mind. So maybe that's why these eyes are closed, because you got to tap in. You got to look back into yourself. Interesting. Look at all those people there around, it's like, different types of people that's coming through as like these voices. And you are the warrior. Just look at this one here with like the spades. He might even be good at playing cards, but then also spades. It's like there's that version of yourself that you needed to leave behind, those people that you needed to leave behind, so that you can discern and choose that path that is very much aligned with you. I'm also getting balance again with the number 2, 1, 2, 2 spades, the Libra scale over there. Yeah. But yeah, don't forsake your intuition. That's what's coming through quite strongly for me over here, because that's ultimately going to lead to your manifestation. Step into your strength, gang. Don't fear your power. It's like something that happened in this group or in this situation, I think made you, or in this past path timeline, made you not see who you really were, or made you dumb it down. And it's like through your creativity, your expansion, your expression, you're going to be reminded of that. So continue putting yourself out there. Okay, last one, and then we're gonna bring it all together. Okay, 10 of coins and the Tower. Sometimes you have to be willing to sacrifice something, man, to maintain this new level, this new high vibrational energy, new abundance that you have just attained, or that is already here, but now you embodying it. And there's something about you needing to constantly face your darkness, your shadow, shedding, letting go of certain things. And as I'm looking at it, it's like there are things that might attack or shed light rather on the parts of you that you needed to let go, the parts of you that you didn't want to come with you into this abundance. Actually, Spirit, can you add on one more card? Because you know what, I just want to make sure I'm explaining this properly. Okay, I just pulled one out from in the middle of the deck, and it's the Chariot. Ooh, okay, a major arcana card. I'm actually seeing here Finn and Jake, the two of them being ruffled and then them being brought into balance and moving forward with the dark and the light. Okay. Here we go. Here's the light, gang. Here's the light. This is where you want to be. But then your dark is still there, needing to be integrated. And it's coming through as like a constant light and darkness. It's like a play on these two because you need to move forward with both. Here's the light, here's the dark, and you are very much going to see that to maintain this, it's not just about having something, but it's about maintaining it. To maintain this thing, you are still going to be under evaluation. There is some things that might need to fall apart, but sometimes they're actually falling into place. They are falling into balance so that you can keep moving forward, and things are going to move quickly. And as things move quickly, how do you remain balanced in that movement? Because it's like you could move quickly in the wrong direction, but if you want to maintain your focus, you have to have a plan. Where is it that you want to go? How is it that you want to ground this abundance that you're going to attract? I think that's quite important there. And again, there's something being let loose, something that's being shaken up, and you're going to move forward. The Chariot is also about a car, if you're thinking about it in the sense of transport. But again, there's a lot of movement. If you're thinking about getting a new car, it's like, yeah, you're going to have the home, you're going to have the family, the dogs, the pets, something about dogs. Something about water as well is coming through. I'm being led back to looking at the side here. But you might like taking your dog for a bath or taking your dog to the water. Then again, the dogs as well. We've got Finn and Jake over here. Your companion might be a dog, man's best friend type of a thing. But that is perhaps what's balancing you. And look at how strong they are here in the middle. That's the strength coming through. It's like now you stepped up, here's the strength with the hand up there, above, below. There's just a lot of balance coming through with this, and a bunch of release. So as things come down, you've released them. As things go up, you are realizing what needs to also be brought back down to be grounded. It's like I'm getting a cycle here. As the wheel turns, you have let go of certain things and have attracted more. And some things will stay a part of you while you move forward with the strength. So yeah, you know, the strength and the chariot card are also like related in the sense that there's like a, you know, a passion, a force behind this. And can you control this force? You know, don't let the force overcome you or overtake you. I mean, they are also in front of this car or in front of this movement. So can you keep yourself level-headed? Can you keep yourself grounded, you know, staying in balance? Because yeah, one foot in front of the other. It's not left, left, left. It's left, right, or right, left. You're gonna find your own way of balancing this thing, but integration coming through as well. But yeah, things are falling apart to fall into place. You know, I'm being drawn to look at the cape right now. I'm also looking at that as the protection, that bubble. Because I mean, when you put on a cape, it's like, you know, it's like a hoodie. You keeping the warmth inside. You keeping perhaps parts of your shadow hidden, but it looks like that's actually what's going to come out. That's actually what's going to be released. Because I mean, just look at this and then look at it over here. You need to actually release certain parts of yourself and not let it like bog down in your mind, because how can you be in your greatest, most abundant form if there's still things that are plaguing your mind? You know, you need to remember that your mind is your creation tool. So if you're thinking negative thoughts, let them go so that you can actually move forward in the most balanced way possible. Ooh, okay, okay. I think that's definitely how it's like now starting to like, you know, shape up and make more sense there. But yeah, I think that's it. Okay, spirits like throw a charm out here. Okay, let's do that. Let's put one charm. Let's see, maybe we can get like an interesting symbol for this group as well. Yeah, but something's coming out the bag, man. Something's being revealed for this group, and I think you're gonna see it's gonna be something quite interesting. But something about yourself, and it's about maybe how you attract and how you know. Okay, one of those fell down, but we're gonna let these go down there. Okay, I can see it even though you guys don't see it. It's actually a bike. You know what, let me fetch it, because I was saying something about a cycle and bicycle, and here we are with the confirmation. Wow. Interesting, here we are. So whatever this movement is, you know, I was saying there's a car, but again, it's movement. It could be a bicycle, it could be a skateboard. Listen, whatever movement is happening, it looks like it's happening so quickly that it even fell out of my hands. But yeah, here we go. This is a bicycle. Yeah, man, forward movement. We moving, gang. Wherever you're moving to, I hope it's beautiful. I hope it's beautiful. I'm just gonna pull them out or pull them up as I see fit. Oh my word. I'm getting energy from group 1 again. I mean, this is a cat over here, so definitely cat energy. If you don't have a dog, I mean, we're getting dogs and cats. I mean, that's balance, you know, if you want to think about it like that. So yeah, definitely something here about you have 9 lives. You perhaps have, you know, gone through trial and error, but this is your new era. Not error in the sense of something wrong, but a new period, a new phase for you. So just remember to rest. I mean, I think cats love sleeping, but at the same time, know that you can be bountiful. You can do so many things by just remembering who you are and where you're going. Because I mean, hey, we're moving, right? Your expression, the music, oh, that's coming through. I mean, didn't we get that here with the strength card? I mean, it's like your expression is actually what's going to help you move forward. It's like there's a new leaf or a new opportunity for you to express yourself. I think there's something about how music is healing to you. Music is going to remind you of, you know, what was needing to, like, it's kind of like, you know, as I'm seeing this, almost like that drain thing. It's like how things are coming back into the circle or coming back to yourself, going within. Yes, that's what it is. going within yourself. And I mean, just look at that there, that circle there, and it's kind of like the music note as well. This is a cliff, and I'm thinking about a cliff. And when we are on the cliff, just like the Fool card, I mean, look at him, he's on the cliff. So it's like you need to take a leap of faith, or not being scared to take a leap of faith with your creation, with your expression. I think that's wow, man. Feels like this is about me right now. I need to make more music. So if you're a creative, let's link up, man. Let's make some music together. But yeah, something about the music being very healing, perhaps music that you're making or that you're listening to. But yeah, explore some more music as well. I think there might be something interesting that you find with the music, that there's like a message in some music that you're listening to, a playlist or something of the sort. Butterfly. Time to fly, yeah? Time to go up, time to go up. I'm even thinking about this card over here, how we're talking about things are going to be released. But a butterfly is transformation as well. Coming out of the cocoon, I was thinking about how the snake, has to shed. The butterfly also releases that shell and comes out. Your time to bloom, your time to blossom, time to be seen. I'm also getting dragonfly energy as well with this. So yeah, that might be quite interesting. Quite interesting. But yeah, show up and show out. Be very, loud with your beauty, with your expression. Yeah, go for it, gang. And then lastly, we have the peace sign. It's not just about having peace, but maintaining peace, or getting the peace, but keeping it, having it for a long period of time. For as long as you pursue peace in every shape, in every form, I think you'll be straight, And again, if it's not peaceful, it needs to be eliminated. I mean, that's why you're spending this time in reflection, right? That's why you're evaluating what's actually going to align for you. So, I'm also getting the Wheel of Fortune here as well with this. So if it's not going to work out, peace, say goodbye, let it go, let it flow, so that you can be the best you. Again, sometimes things are falling apart so they can fall into place, and let it happen, divine intervention, divine order. Yeah, definitely a big change. Something's about to be revealed to this particular group. And again, if you don't come from group 1, it's okay. But I'm just saying, if you feel this was for you, it's all good. Oh, again, look at that, the circle. We started with the circle, we're ending with the circle. In this protective bubble, you're gonna find your peace. Remember to come back to yourself. Very important. Very, very important. Oh, I think that's it right there. So yeah, thank you, spirits. Yeah, that was a nice one. Group 2. Yeah. We're gonna leave it right there. Peace, gang. Alrighty, here we go. Last group. Group number 3. Group number 3 with the tiger's eye, yeah? Stepping into that confidence, gang. Alrighty, what he do? How? Already? Okay. Let's take that one. Okay, it's fine. You wanna take the top ones? It's fine, spirit. Let's go. But come, let's shuffle. Oh, okay. I won't take this one. I can transform my own world. And let's see what this one says here. Appreciation and love are identical vibrations. Wow, just look at that face there and the eye in the middle. Whoa, man. I know we haven't even looked at the other cards properly, but this one just clearly wanted to be looked at. I'm seeing divine union here, left, right, you and spirit. Again, you might be coming from group 1. You might be coming from group 1 because there's some abundance that's coming through. There's something that you're attracting that's being grounded here. And if you've been raising your vibration, I think you're starting to realize that the highest vibration is love, and what you appreciate appreciates. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think there's something also about your communication, what it is that you're speaking. So it's like from your heart to your throat, how do you raise that vibration? What is it that you can love and appreciate more so that you can bring this harmony and balance, you know? I know these cards have messages at the back as well. So appreciation and love are identical vibrations, plural. Appreciation is the vibration of alignment with who you are. Appreciation is the absence of everything that feels bad and the presence of everything that feels good. Because if it feels good, then it's God. Straight up. When you focus on what you want, when you tell the story of how you want your life to be, you will come closer and closer to the vicinity of appreciation. And when you reach it, it will pull you toward all the things that you consider to be good in a very powerful way. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm feeling like all these shivers right now. Okay, whoa. Let's put this down. Yay. Hey man, this energy is on something. This energy is on something. Something's being called in. Something's being pulled in. And I think you might see it in like a very small amount or a very small dose. But as you balance and draw this thing in, it's gonna just like blow up. You know, I'm even looking at these two dots here. It's like if there's a small heart, these small hearts in these hands, when they are appreciated, when they are elevated, they are going to like yield more. And it's like this inverse kind of, this inverted heart kind of looks like, you know, there was something that dumbed down how you express yourself, or that part of yourself that you once loved. There are things that you perhaps had dreams about, desires, aspirations that were once put aside, but now it's like if you can allow those things to raise the vibration, then you're going to experience a greater love than you ever have before. You know, I'm seeing also the circles there going within. Whoa, group 2 vibes coming through again here with that strength, with the expression, the creation, you know, the cycles. So those cycles are over and you're ready to speak your truth. You're ready to speak love, you know. I think you've been illuminated, you know, your third eye might be open there. But it's like with both heads looking left and right and sharing this eye, it's like there's some shared vision or even like a focus, you know, that's keeping you like on path or on track with what it is that you need to do. Okay. Well, the tarot cards are gonna tell us what's popping. Let's keep going. Of course, past, present, and future. Again, I'm not doubting why we pulled out 3 cards. But this one says, the better it gets, the better it gets. Again, what we appreciate appreciates. The more we focus on good, the more good comes in. And again, it doesn't mean that we are exempt from negativity. I mean, I'm seeing the darkness there. But a star needs darkness so it can shine. So what are you focusing your thoughts and your time on? I know there's so many numbers on all these cards, but I'm just being called out to 19. This is the last year of being a teenager, if you want to think about it that way. So if you are 19 years old, this might be a synchronicity for you. But perhaps it's also about like remembering, you know, that young version of yourself. If you're older, like what is it about your 19-year-old self that you could do now that would be appreciated by that version of you, you know? And if you are older than this age and you're finding this, I kind of feel like there's something about you being 19 years old that can be grounded now or revisited, because whatever it was good, and it can be even better. You're about to leap, you're about to soar. There's something about, you know, just spending time in reflection here. But yeah, it's time for things to take off. Taking leaps and bounds, going into space, going into a new area, timeline, void, Could be a different way of doing, being, or even thinking as well. But, oh yeah, with the thinking, I mean, just look at this. It's above the head, you know? Like, whatever's in your mind, remember your mind is a creation tool. So if you can think about something, you've already created it. So why not have great thoughts, abundant thoughts, thoughts that are leading to infinity, the expansion of the universe? Whoa. Hey, man. Hey, I am starting to shake all over again. Goodness. Okay, but let's read the message on here. It says, when you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you, in a sense, tune your vibrational tuner to more positive aspects of everything. And of course, you could tune yourself negatively as well. Interesting. That kind of links to what I just said. But as you are deliberately looking for positive aspects in yourself or in others, you will find more of those things, because what we appreciate appreciates. The better it gets, the better it gets. For you get more and more of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. Yes, your mind is so powerful, guys. Your mind is so powerful. You know, I'm seeing the one eye there, the one eye here, and the eyes over here. There's just something about what you're putting your focus on. What are you looking at, you know? What are you intaking? What are you absorbing? Interesting, interesting. And we also have, wow, the mind, you know, something coming out of this mind. Guys, like, come on. The synchronicities today are on some other. They are on some other, man. Wow. Wow. Alrighty. The physical me is materialized spirit. Ooh, you know what's like coming through for me right now? It's like you think about something and it becomes real. It's like thoughts to reality. You thought about this certain version of you. Now, from the spiritual realm, it made it into the physical, you know, the physical realm. It's like you grounding these things, you bringing them to earth, you bringing them into your reality. So if you can have high vibe thoughts, high vibe energies, experiences, then it actually makes you high vibe. You become your thoughts. You are your thoughts. This kind of looks like a seed to me as well. You know, it looks like womb type energy. So I think it's also reminding us of what I was just mentioning now, is that your mind is creating things. And just like this deck, I mean, we're trying to attract abundance, you know, money. I think money is so important. Like, you know, there's so many people who have wounds around money. I mean, even saying abundance is money. Abundance could be love. It could be so many different things that you're trying to attract. You could be trying to attract peace. You know, you could be trying to attract courage, joy, freedom, opulence. Like, whatever abundance is for you, whatever you're trying to attract, can you think about it some more? Can you maybe visualize it, you know? What does it feel like? You know, just put yourself there. I mean, that's also like a manifestation method. So that's what's actually going to help it materialize, because now thoughts have become reality. Something about the color pink as well. That's like a fusion of blue and what is it? What is this? Blue, purple, red. Yeah, it's just, yeah, those energies are, and colors actually are coming through. I mean, colors are energies as well. They're on the frequency spectrum. But yeah, there's just something about this color that, like, it seems like it's an integration, you know, it's like it's many colors together. It's like red and blue and purple and all of that. So there's something about you balancing your chakras or coming into alignment that leads to this creation or these thoughts coming to fruition, because now you started to appreciate yourself. I'm not sure which group it was, but there was something about 41 or 14. If you are from that group, that just might be a confirmation. So again, group 1 or group 2, yeah, you might be from either of those groups and you're here. Alrighty. Let's see what Spirit got for us. Oh, okay. Yo, I haven't done this in a minute. Wow. Oh, we got the 8 of Wands at the bottom. So quick movement, man. Yo, my throat is going off right now. Okay, and maybe need to take a sip of my tea. I haven't shuffled this way in ages. Goodness gracious. I used to like shuffling like this before. You know, just to help get some cards in reverse, some upright. I think it's going to be quite interesting. Okay. Of course, I'm not seeing these. Oh, but this one says hi. Okay, this one as well. Okay, and I think let's take this one as well. Ooh, all reversed. But that's not a bad thing. Okay, Spirit, please tell us, why do we have the 4 of Cups over here? Okay, hold up. Let's go again. Oh. Okay, I'll take you as well. Ooh, something's going to be revealed. I mean, these cards are just dropping face down. In fact, maybe let's do that some more. Unless if it pops up itself. Spirit, why do we have the 3 of Pentacles here? Okay, this one here and this one here. And let's go once more. Spirit, why do we have the Knight of Wands over here? Oh, okay. This one and this one. Okay, we're gonna go 3 with this one. Wow, okay. Clearly you wanna speak. Okay. I think I'm being led to check this out first. So let's see what's going on. Ooh, interesting. The Chariot. We had this in one of the other groups. Is it group 2, I think? Yes. Interesting. Interesting synchronicity. We're going to get back to this one. Definitely going to get back to this one. Let's just move everything up. Get it into view. You know what we do. Okay. Again, something just told me, like, flip this top card so you can start here. You know, first thought is there's wings here. If something was clipping your wings, if something was not in alignment for you, it's definitely being highlighted. There's some kind of, I think that's actually what is being revealed, is the things that were out of sync, the things that were not allowing you to be in balance. There's a presence of a guiding spirit or an angel right now that's kind of helping you ground these thoughts, these ideas, these things that are happening all above us. Ooh, actually, I just realized something. I missed this card. I missed this card, but I didn't miss it. This is the time for it. You clearly wanted to come out like this. I can transform my own world. Wow, wow, wow. You know, the Temperance card is also about alchemy, creation, you know, putting things together. I like looking at this as like someone in the lab, you know. I used to like Dexter's Lab. You might even relate to that. But transformation comes from creation, you know, putting things together in a way that others might not have even known or expected. So can you take your blessing, can you take your abundance, your overflow, and direct that energy into something that's going to be very powerful, that actually transforms your world? Because, you know, even with this being in the middle, how we saw this galaxy and this space here, there is a galaxy, there's so much space within you. And you can not only transform your world, but you can create it. Whoa. Whoa, man. Whoa, that is so interesting. And it's like I'm seeing the red here. I mean, the red wings, the red around that, this person with their cape. It's like you going to wear the shield of your angel, and they're highlighting that what was not allowing you to transform, what is not allowing this alchemy or this mixture that's perfectly mixtured just for you, because it's your world, it's your creation. If it was not for you, then it's ultimately being highlighted or even being removed. You know, water is also about flow, the expansion. I mean, we are majority water. The world is majority water. And here we are seeing majority space. So you've got the world, you've got all this water that's occupying a new space. It also kind of looks like a curtain is opening, and it's like an opening to a new era, a new dimension. So you're going to take your world, you're going to take your story or whatever you've been concocting to a greater height, a greater place. Because I mean, again, take off, you know? Take off! Oh man, rest in peace to Take Off, man. The last rocket. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. You're taking off, man. But yeah, you going into a new dimension, fam. And it looks like your spirit team wants to be a part of it. And I think for them to come out first, it's like, don't do anything without your spirit team. This, I think, is going to be super spiritual. Like, yeah, it just comes through like that. And I think that's why we had to start here. Even with all these face down cards, it's like, are you ready for this collaboration? Are you ready for this union with spirit? Because, yo, man, we're about to cook, bro, you know? And I'm even thinking about this thought that I had, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, about how there's a difference between a cook and a chef. You know, a cook can just like put ingredients together and it's done. But a chef has, you know, made it their craft. They transform things, you know, they make so much more of these ingredients, you know, they put things together. You know, with alchemy, it's like, you know, you could take something so mundane, something that you don't even see as value. Imagine just taking a bunch of rocks and then all those rocks turn into gold, you know? So, yo, hectic channeling here. Guys, you know what? Thank you for spending your time with me. If you chose this group, hey, we're going in. We're going in. There's just something else going on here. And we haven't even read the back of this card. Yeah, no, this is crazy. This is crazy. Wow. I think let's start in the middle and we're going to go left and right. Because, you know, we're balancing the left and the right. We got this. I'm even being led to look at me. I mean, I've got red on my left and on my right, you know, with the watch and the coral bracelet over here. It's like, whoa, what we doing, gang? What we doing? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. In fact, let's put this card right there. Okay, make lists of positive aspects. Yeah, you know what? Just review your priorities and prioritize the good, man. Prioritize the great, the abundant. Make lists of things you love. Appreciation and love are the same vibration. Let's just bring that back in there. Everything's coming together. We're cooking, the alchemy. Make lists of things you love and never complain about anything. You know, this is so important. When you complain, the universe doesn't discern between that. If you just put out negativity, that's all you're going to attract. So change your speech, you know, speak positivity into your life, into the things that you're doing, into yourself. Declare and decree abundance over you, gang. That's what it is. Attract that money, man. As you use those things that shine bright and make you feel good as your excuse to give your attention and be who you are, you will tune to who you are, and the whole world will begin to transform before your eyes. It is not your job to transform the world for others, but it is your job to transform it for you. A state of appreciation. Guys, come on, man. Appreciation, love. Wow. And you know, this is in the background, so it's kind of like making itself so known right now that, wow, we are here. We are here. Let's get back to that. A state of appreciation is pure connection to source, where there is no perception of lack, because lack is whack. You know, the boy got a rhyme sometimes, but connection to source. I think that's why this had to come through. You know, your angels, your guides, God wants to work on this thing with you, and we are not going forward anymore without our spiritual team, without our guides, because we didn't come this far just to come this far, man. Like, Think about the times when you were protected, when you were provided for in ways that you can't even explain. When you experienced transformation that you couldn't even explain. There's something very, again, metaphysical, quantum about this part, this group. But again, it could also be this part of the journey, it's like maybe about a missing puzzle piece. Again, I'm just thinking back to group 2. If you are from group 2, wow, you know what, I'm gonna take that as a confirmation, the true group. But true 3, like, you might even have checked out all 3 groups for a matter of fact. But yeah, there's just something about this one, man. I'm definitely feeling it. I'm even like getting all these shakes and stuff. So yeah, I feel like Spirit's really like showing up and showing out in this part of the reading. But yeah, I'm gonna leave these 2 together over here. Again, 55 if you're looking for the number. We had 41 and we've got 19, and on this one it is 53. Okay, behind that we have welcome to planet Earth. You are here to seek joy. Oh my word. Oh my word. Guys, you know what? This is about to get deep. Here's the globe all over again. The wheel of fortune is going to turn in your favor. I definitely see that. I definitely see the wings, the angel coming through. Some victory is coming your way. And I think you're going to see a sign about something that's just going to reveal itself to you in a way that you least expected. But it's something about going within. I'm seeing the eyes closed there. This angel has eyes closed. But flip, man, I was onto something. Oh yes, the red, the rooting, all of that. But oh yes, here's the other one. Here's the second one. When we come to Earth, we are spirits having a, what do they say? A human experience, yes. So if you came to Earth, here it's saying you came to seek joy, but other people came to learn other things. But no matter what it is, oh my gosh, like, we need to attract more of what it is that we are seeking. So someone came here because they're trying to attract money, and perhaps you are trying to unblock anything that has blocked your abundance, your prosperity. And other people are learning how to share, other people are learning how to save. But I'm thinking about the bird, like how they do that, like Jesus saves. You kind of like see it on like people's car bumpers at the back of their cars and stuff. But yeah, that's a very important sign, I would say, for someone. That's a synchronicity for somebody. I'm also getting some energy about this is like another life for someone. This is not your first life. You might have even been like a Lemurian, a Palladian. There's just something Atlantean. There's just something very ancient about you. Oh my gosh. Whoa, man. Yo, guys, the energy I'm feeling right now is insane. But yeah, there's just something very, very ancient about this part of the reading. And whoever you are, group 3, I know your spirit team's cooking here. Your spirit team's about to cook. Whatever's about to happen, let it be beautiful. 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, taking guidance, taking instruction. I think, okay, we're going to relate it to the Temperance. Like I mentioned, Spirit wants to be a part of everything that you're doing, and that's why I think we're seeing this in reverse. It could even be a third-party situation. Someone might be brought into your life to help you work or see how you can stay in this light and come out of this dark. There's something, of course, about balance. Again, here we are with the Chariot. I mean, there's a light, there's a dark, there's a cat energy or lion energy all over again. Strength. You know what? You are definitely from group 1 or group 2. I'm almost certain at this point. Like, well, almost doesn't sound like it's certain. I am certain you are from one of those groups. Let's not front, bruh. Spirit don't play like that. And I think that's what they well, that's not what I think, it's what they are bringing forward. You know, even for me to even change my mannerism, it's like, speak this positivity in, bruh. Like, we're not playing around, we're not thinking, it's about knowing, it's about embodying. Can you show up and show out? We're not here to play games, my G. We cooking up that drip, you know, we the wizards, man. We alchemizing, we creating together. So why doubt? Why be skeptical? Nah, we're not about to play that game anymore. Take this guidance. Stop being in fear. Yo, man, it's like I'm getting a spiritual hiding or something. But yeah, let's just see how this is working out. So this is the present. This is the present. We're going past present and future over here. But for the present energy, it's like, again, you needing to collaborate with spirit. No longer doing this path alone by yourself. You have this divine support, and there's a divine plan. You know, there's a divine order. I mean, look at that page that person's wearing. You know, when I think about this, it's like an architect is going to build, and then they're just like telling the builder, like, yo, this is how we're gonna do this thing. And I think for a long time you might have even like disobeyed or not like listened to or adhered to your intuition, the guidance that you were receiving, the support that you were receiving. I hope you guys are having a good beverage or drink or meal while you're enjoying this reading. Ooh, guys, I'm feeling so many things. The clear audience, the clear sentience, like it's just buzzing right now. But anyway, there was a outcome that was being protected for you, you know, and it's almost like things were not going to move forward in a way until you realize that there is alchemy taking place. It's you and spirit, it's you and your soul team, it's you and your higher self. There is, you know, again, this feels so divine, and I'm reminded that, you know what, divinity is also within us. Can you spend that time going within? Like, you know, when you integrate your shadow, your darkness, you become great. You become a version of yourself that's able to conquer, to discern. I mean, conquer. Here we are with the emperor. You know, I look at this as like all kings all together. And when you have this power, when you have this ability, this capability, this wisdom, this old person, again, I'm getting this knowledge of like previous lifetimes, previous times, and here you are, here to ground this thing, here to bring this thing to earth, you know. I'm getting like Capricorn energy, like ram. You're about to like ram through this thing, and I think that's where this forward movement with the Chariot is actually going to come in. It's like, once you can remember who you are, you know, something about your divinity, you know, even Egypt, I'm seeing like gold, and, you know, there's just something royal. Yes, that's the word. There's something royal about you. And once you can step forward, I mean, if you just look at these feet, it looks like one is slightly in front of the other. It's like you're about to take that step. But as you do, you're going to be so grounded with the red again. Root chakra has been coming through. Like, look at all that red there. But you need to also block things off. You know, I'm seeing this person's like they're protecting or shielding themselves. It's like you're at the top of this mountain and you realize that to be this emperor, to maintain this power and this authority, there are some things that need to like fall back, you know. I'm thinking of like King of the Hill type of energy right now. You might like a game or a song. There's just something about King of the Hill being representative of something. I don't know what that is. Maybe it will come through as a future download. Ooh, I mean, look at that. There's the hills, and, you know, at the back there. I think, you know, as I'm, you know, just downloading more of this message, it's like, if you're the king of the hill, you've seen your peaks and your troughs. You've seen the top, you've seen the bottom, and now you want to stay up. You want to stay in high vibe. So if you want to stay up, you need to be the king of that energy. you know? And there's an aspect of like your masculinity or your ego that's being asked to be integrated. Whoa, man. Hey, the boy is just like on some other right now. Spirit's on some other right now. But yeah, there's just something about you just remembering who you are, man. There's some wealth, there's some abundance. Again, this attraction that's happening right now. But it's like you are not going to be able to attract this abundance without seeing yourself, without even seeing ways that perhaps you were even giving away your power. You know, maybe this is what it was about. Like, you have the ability to bring things into fruition, but you are allowing other people to dictate that. Collaborating with people who were not necessarily for you, or who saw who you are and then ultimately took that from you. You know, I'm even thinking about like monitoring spirits, witchcraft right now. But your recognition of that is like, nah, we're not having that. We gotta block certain people, man. And sometimes it's tough, but it is what it is. Return to sender. Honestly, like, we gotta send some shit back sometimes, bro. But you know what? If they're gonna watch you, let them watch you in your divinity. Let them watch God shift this whole thing, you know? And you're protected. I mean, look at that armor over there. You might have, I don't know, there's like something about a special cloak or blanket, or there's just something that you do that covers you up. I don't know if it is these angel wings, or maybe it's this curtain that I was thinking about earlier, but whoa, there's just, you know, this veil that you have around you. Wow, man. Wow. Before I move off this card, I'm being drawn to the gems. I think there are some hidden truths. There are some gems that are going to be like sprinkled in or dropped in, and you're going to see why you're this emperor. You're going to see or be reminded of why you are who you are. And again, you're stepping forward with your wand. You know, you've taken control and you've got the world in your hand. So with what you've been given, how do you instruct it? How do you administer type of a thing? Wow. Like, I'm blown away right now. We haven't even gone through this whole reading, but Spirit, thank you so much. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels, all entities, beings, and forces that are here watching over this reading. What's good? And if it's good, then it's God, yeah? If it's good, then it's God, man. And that's the better it gets. Let's get better. All right, so let's go. Okay, we're gonna reveal these things because that's how good it is. What's good is the revelation, right? You know, when I see and also think of the Four of Cups, I'm thinking like something was not being seen, perhaps a particular path, something that was even like repressed or like dumbed down. But then again, this thing was clearly not in balance for it to, you know, appear in this way. I'm even seeing, you know, 4-4. There's like some structure that needed to change. I'm getting something about your home, something about your home outside of you and the home within you. But it's about coming home to yourself. I think a lot of these experiences were trying to make you aware of how you need to restructure your foundation. You know, anytime I see a line going across, I'm always thinking about limits, boundaries. Some people might even say filters. But at this point, this person here has accepted that there were things that were out of balance. I mean, there's the 11-11 or quadruple 1, if you want to look at it like that. You know, you've accepted that this place was not for you. This home was not for you. This wasn't a place where you were going to be seen or appreciated or nourished. Or, there was like no compassion, I would say. And for me to even say compassion, I'm thinking about the wands. That's like, the things that we do. And it's like you've accepted that some of the things that you were doing were not for you. And that's why it's like you kind of had to review that, and start a new journey. The Fool. This came out for group 1. The dog energy again, like, yeah, this definitely feels like it's a combination of group 1 and group 2. But you've accepted that this place wasn't for you, and now you're moving away. Now you're taking a new venture, a new path. And yeah, there's just something about your grounding being shaken up. I mean, my name is Sisekelo, and that means foundation, means support. And it's like all of that was shaken up in a sense of you needing to now have that fire, have the water. I mean, we've got the sun, we've got the water there. It's like, can you take this leap, even coming from a place of purity? I mean, here's you in spirit. It's like as you leap, they like rejoicing, they standing up with you. But there's just so much acceptance that is coming through here, or like acknowledgement. There's a restart. There's definitely a restart coming through. I'm even seeing my computer just restarting in the background. I'm not even touching it. I don't even know what's happening there, but I'm seeing my computer restarting itself. So that's the Fool's journey, or the journey of magic, as some people like to call it. This energy is being grounded, man. And sometimes we think that we are starting all over, but really we are starting from experience. So now that's why you have this cloak on you, it's like each of these yellow circles are like the different badges, or all the pentacles that you've accumulated over time. Now you get to wear them as like your achievements, like, oh, I've been through this, now I can be that person, or I've seen this, now I'm this type of a person. So yeah, definitely something quite powerful here about this transformed version of you. You're not starting from zero. This is a new cycle, yes, but you're starting from so much accumulated knowledge, so much understanding. There are things that you've had to let go. I even see you purging things. I mean, look at this person starting this journey with just a small little rucksack, a small little bag. But you don't need so much to feel grounded. You don't need that much to feel secure or that you're at home. I feel like you have a greater connection to Gaia, Mother Earth right now. I mean, look at all the green in here, all the heart chakra activations. What was maybe meant to block your heart is now opening your heart. And you are just being more open, more sensual, more creative, more expressive. Whoa, man. And you're moving ahead. I mean, that's why we got the Chariot here. You're moving ahead. And just so you can see what's underneath that, because I mean, this is what we don't see, right? What's in the shadow is, look at this. This is like personal fulfillment. You're gonna be sitting there, sitting pretty, gang. Like, you're nice with it. Look at all your achievements, all your trophies, all your accomplishments, because you decided to focus on yourself. I mean, I don't think I've seen a card with more than, okay, well, there is a card with more than 2 people. But wherever it was, you're clearly not there anymore. But so far. Ooh, I mean, if I think of this one as well, there are like more than 1 person. But again, still, something about a group that wasn't for you, gang. Like, sometimes we even put ourselves into situations. Okay, no, that goes over there. Sometimes we put ourselves into situations that don't align with us. But I think that's where this acknowledgement and this acceptance is coming from. Like, you know what, I fucked up. This tree kind of looks like it has an eye in it. So you're kind of seeing like, damn, I planted seeds in the wrong place. I'm getting what's that, Seven of Pentacles, you know, like waiting for the fruits of your labor, waiting for something to reveal itself, but you don't even see the fruits of your labor because, yeah, like you planted in some soil that got eroded, you know, it wasn't all that green. But remember, before we move off this card, grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So yeah, just think about that. Let that simmer. Because the better it gets, the better it gets, yeah? Take off! Alright. Okay, let me take a sip of this tea. So, last part here. The physical me is materialized spirit. And it's the Knight of Wands. You know, this, just before we even see what's being revealed here with these other cards, it's like, I think of this as like a start and stop energy. You know, it's a bit like inconsistent in a sense, like not necessarily sticking to the plan or following through with the plan. And if this is something that's in your mind, it's like not gaslighting yourself, not like bullshitting yourself as well. Like, what story are you telling yourself? You know, are you ready to even rewrite your story to let that previous version of you go? You know, I'm seeing the lizard also over here. How, you know, a lizard will let go of its tail to kind of like confuse the enemy a little bit, but it's moving, but it knows that it's going to regrow and just move. You know, it could even be a chameleon, you know, taking shape and form. You're taking a certain color. Sorry, I was just checking something below me. Yeah, there's something about colors over here, but okay. You know what? Let's spirit shift this whole thing up. Whoa, Queen of Swords. Wow, we've got a match. We've got a match with the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. And okay, let's see. We've got the Eight of Swords. And we've got the Five of Cups. Wow, interesting. Oh, forgive my twitching there. Guys, the boys on the spectrum, man. But we're moving. We're grooving. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's just feel this one time. This is very much about the mind. This is very much about the mind. Wisdom, clarity, revelation, truth. Guys, you know what, ne? The cost of freedom is truth. And with this Queen of Swords over here, you need to get your head out of the clouds because the truth comes at a cost. You cannot say that you are the emperor and do the things that a peasant would do. If you are the emperor, you are as great as you envision yourself to be or want to be. What needs to change? What are those inconsistent actions or behaviors that are not in alignment with this greatest version of you? That spirit is actually trying to show you that, like, gang, we've been trying to take you away from things and it's been getting better. But if you can't accept what's going on, then how can we take this new journey with you? Hey, here's that spiritual hiding feeling coming back again. Like, yo, we being called out. Me and whoever's watching this reading, we being called the F out. Like, you know, even with me seeing the match with the King of Swords, like self-sacrifice, self-sabotage by kind of getting out of, you know, your own way. Like, sometimes you just need to be unbound. You know, I'm thinking about this Unbound card. I'm not sure if it's in the Starseed deck or Oracle deck or in this, what do they call it, man? Work Your Light Oracle deck. But it just speaks to how, like, we sometimes do good